I got a couple of famous shipwrecks for us. This one is the city of New York, and it's connected to the most famous shipwreck in history. If I asked you what ship that would be, you might take a guess.
Titanic?
Yes. So the city of New York we were proud of having anything connected to this vessel because it was Admiral Byrd's flagship when he took his first expedition to the Antarctic. He was looking for a sturdy vessel that could withstand icy waters, and he found a Norwegian sailing vessel for sale. It was called the Samson. So he bought it, he renamed it, and my guess is he renamed it the City of New York. Choosing the name of the most prosperous city in America might help drum up business for his expedition and sponsorships. That's a guess. That's kind of my own idea there, but it was the flagship for that expedition. And in the 1950s, it was in Yarmouth, and it was being towed out, and the tow line broke, and it got washed ashore on Chabot Point, and it became a total wreck. So we were proud of having things connected to the city of New York. What we didn't realize was the connection to its former name was even more significant. So if you read the stories of the sinking of the Titanic, you would have heard that people saw a ship in the distance, and they were sending up distress signals and flashing signals, and instead of coming to their aid, the ship sailed away. And this is why. The Samson was harvesting seals off the coast of Newfoundland that night, and the captain's understanding was there was an international ban on harvesting seals. So he told his crew to be on the lookout for any government vessels. So in the distance, when they saw a vessel, a large vessel, flashing signals at them, they thought, ooh, could be a problem. When that vessel shot flares, they say, okay, we know we're in trouble. He turned off their lights, and they sailed away. And it wasn't until he got back into port that he discovered what he had sailed away from. And he carried this big burden of guilt up until near his death. And he had this time when he needed to confess. So not only was the city of New York famous for being Admiral Byrd's ship, it was the mystery ship that sailed away from the sink of the Titanic. When we discovered the second story, the curator of the time, Eric Ruff, he said, I've seen that somewhere, the name Samson, because on this wall over here, we had the nameplate from the city of New York.
Out there.
If you look up there, on one side, you see Samson.
Yes.
If you look at this side, you see City of New York.
Wow.
They didn't, when they renamed the vessel, they simply took off the nameplate, flipped it over, and re-engraved a different name. So that's a really special documentary piece.
Oh, yeah.